are Steph and Sarah with the Soul Bus. So welcome to the bus. This is our living room and kitchen, kind of, I guess, the common area, most common area. And it's where the dogs hang out the majority of the time.
Yeah, the dogs sleep on the couch at night and look out the windows and bark at other dogs.
This is our pet section, so we've got all our dog treats and medicines, you know, stuff like that. There's storage underneath all of the couches as well. So in here you can see we've got our lithium batteries. Then this is just like a tool storage, and this is where we keep extra wood. All of the electrical stuff is actually under this couch here. 24 volt system. We have 800 watts solar panels on the roof. 3000 watts Ames 24 volt inverter. Let's see, the Renogy 40 amp MPPT charge controller. And then all of that's storing power in the repurposed Nissan Leaf batteries. So we have those run 4 in series, 2 parallel. We have storage up here. So this is above the cab of the bus, and you know, it's good for a lot of the linens, things that are softer. We can just easily pile them in there. Our hammock, it's just a fun little hammock. One thing that's pretty cool about the bus is the doors. They're air doors, so we have an air compressor on board, and we can close them up. It does create a pretty good airtight seal, and then we have a switch to open them and close them. Steph really thought out the coordination of everything. So like the leather, you know, wrap on the wood here, which hides the seams. So this is plywood with grass cloth wallpaper over it. And so there were seams here, and it just was gonna look odd, and we weren't gonna wallpaper with it up in order to hide the seams. So this, you know, these furring strips give that kind of a more complete look. But then we didn't want to have screws visible, so you know, she was able to get these copper caps, so that it really completes like the copper look, and everything kind of ties in together. 2003 Ford E550 shuttle bus. It was made by Crystal Coach out in California before they closed their doors. It was used to transport people to the airport. It was 11 months from when we bought the bus to when we moved in. Originally, I told Stephanie we could have the bus built in 3 months, and she looked at me like I was stupid when I said that. Okay, crazy. Overly ambitious. That was definitely what I was. But we spent some time helping my hometown with the post-hurricane recovery efforts. The bus was in the shop getting some maintenance or mechanical work done for more than a month. So grand scheme, I'd say it was probably about 8 months of actual work.
I learned so much about just general construction and how to use certain tools like an angle grinder. We would laugh about it, and I would kind of hesitate to use it, and she would just guide me through it. So we learned a lot about each other and how to work together as a team. I came in with the design aspect of the bus, so the patterns, the colors, definitely the copper theme, and I helped, you know, figure out what was gonna be where and how it was gonna look. And
she's being polite here. She bossed me around for 9 months. It was just, make me this, put that there.
Yeah, we ran everything by each other, and we, you know, there were several days where we would like sit here in this, you know, half-built bed and stare at this space and go, what are we gonna do with this? On this side of the living room, we have our cubic mini wood stove. It's called the Cub, and it's a really cool feature. A lot of people walk into the bus and they're like, oh my gosh, it's so small, but it puts out a lot of heat. You just open up the little door here and you can feed in very small pieces of wood. They just go right in the wood stove. And we have a little thermometer here that tells us what zone we're in, and we can get it nice and hot when it gets chilly in here. Our apron front sink is one of the coolest things about it. We wanted to incorporate the teak in the kitchen, so you can see the backsplash also goes along with the counter. And then we put a piece of the teak down here with our bottle opener. And then we framed in the cabinet doors with teak as well, so it goes very well together. We have lots of storage, copper storage for spices. So we have the magnetic spice rack.
Cooking wise, we have a repurposed marine stove, runs off of denatured alcohol. So you just fill up this bad boy with denatured alcohol. This one that we have is pretty cool. It also has an electrical hookup. This is where we keep most of our food. Toe kick storage. So each of these have additional storage. We just wanted to try to use as much space as we could. And we do not have water tanks mounted under the bus. It was one of the things we wanted to try to avoid in case we found ourselves in colder climate. What we decided was to just have, it's a 5-gallon carboy under the sink. So found a super cool adapter, cut a hole in the top of the carboy, so it holds 5 gallons of gray water. And this doubles as our shower. So the window's open, and we would just put a piece of wood there to keep the window open. This swivels out of the window, and then we put a shower tent up just because it's PC, what we're supposed to do. We have an electric hot water heater in here. It's a Bosch 5-gallon, so it's not an on-demand. It actually holds 5 gallons of hot water. Again, no propane, so it's electric, and we don't use it most of the time, except when we want to shower. Then we wait till a nice sunny day and let it rip. One day we were walking the dogs. We're in our cookie cutter house in our cookie cutter neighborhood. Stephanie had just quit her job, and I had just lost my job. They just eliminated my position. So here we are, two people, living the dream, unemployed in America, and we just said maybe we need to do something else different. We jokingly said, what if we just convert a bus and to an RV and start traveling? And this all transpired in the 30-minute dog walk one morning. And Steph said, well, if in 2 weeks we wake up and we still want to do this, then let's do it. So.
This is our hallway, and this side is the bathroom. We built our own cubby storage. So we each have our own bins for our toiletries, deodorant, things like that. And then we have dirty laundry. This space also has our cute little copper dog bowls. So the bathroom is right here. And we have a shiplap, which we love the shiplap. Inside, we also have a lot of copper going. Like I said, it's a theme throughout the entire bus. We have the Nature's Head composting toilet, and we absolutely love it. We don't have a black water tank. It's super easy to maintain and clean, and we would not change that. So props for the Nature's Head toilet. Our water storage is in here as well. It's a 33-gallon water tank. Our fridge, and we have storage above and below we have our salad spinner up here, and we might put paper towel, things like that. And then below we have our toaster oven, and then our blender is in the back. This is our clothes. This is everything we own and wear. We each have 2 in each cubby. So front and back. The shoes also, so these bigger bins store our shoes, sandals. And then we each have 5 hangers, copper, and we get to choose whatever we want to hang, if we want a nice shirt or a blazer or a vest or something like that. This is our Skylight. We trimmed it out in the leather like we have in the ceiling in the kitchen and living room area. And then like the front privacy screen to separate the bedroom from the rest of the bus.
Couch by day, bed by night. Pulls out in 2 separate sections. And there are 9 different configurations. Since we have curved walls, it kind of presented a bit of a challenge. So we created these like tracks here. And these are just PVC trim pieces. All but one of them are wrapped in the leather. So then these just slide down. Entertainment center. It's also our desk. Probably the coolest feature is our TV. So it lifts up. Yeah, we definitely like to Netflix and chill. Probably a little too much. Also watched a lot of sporting events. So we needed a TV. We can't be those people who go without a TV. Some of you are awesome and you can do it, but we're hooked, and that's really difficult. It does go up a lot higher, but I guess this is kind of our library. We keep, some books in there. This is just a storage ottoman, keep some stuff in here. And then it doubles as the chair for the office. So we can work in here. The second big part about the entertainment center is the fireplace. It's electric fireplace. We wanted to have something, since the wood stove is towards the front, blows the air towards the front of the bus, and that's not where we sleep, but it's kind of the only place we could put it. We wanted to have something back here in case it got a little bit too cold for us.
So the nonprofit is called Project Blue, and we are wanting to change the way that society views mental illness. So we want this positive societal shift, and we want it to be a part of conversation, and we want people to see the good in it and overcome struggle. And there are communities everywhere, and you have to reach out to each other and be kind, and we want to offer that support and that awareness to people so that they can heal and people can share stories. And there's going to be a lot more about Project Blue down the road, but we do run and operate the nonprofit right here from the bus, and so it makes it even more of a special place for us.
We knew right away we wanted to do the deck. Talked with a lot of people, like people much smarter than us, engineers and the like, and finally felt comfortable that it would be okay to do. So the deck itself is, a bunch of metal welded together, but then it attaches to the frame of the bus. We've got 6 aviation grade, super large bolts holding everything together.
I'm so glad that we have this. We're sitting out here, like when we were at Wellfleet Beach in Massachusetts, and just everyone we saw them like snooping, and one lady was taking pictures of it, and we just meet so many people being out here and talking about
Friend
it.
maker.
Yeah, it's the friend maker.
We don't want to go back to that, you know,
We're not going to buy a cookie cutter house.
white picket fence, you know, anymore. That's just not, it's just not us. And
there are so many things that people can do. I think you just have to, you know, really think about and reflect on your skills. And you might not be able to crochet or draw, but I bet you can do something and find a way to make money from it. So you just have to be willing to kind of throw yourself out there and think outside the box a little bit.